What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today is another rendition of our Story Time Saturday. So today I'll be taking you guys back to a trip that I did last year in Zambia with my good friend Christine when we went on a lion walk. So this is a crazy experience. I want y'all to really see this, so just check it out and stay tuned. So Zambia is a southern country in Africa, and I really went here to go see my good friend Christine. Christine was living here at the time for some Peace Corps volunteer work. So we really started the day out by going to the markets. Christine was showing me a lot of the thrift shops, a lot of the markets, how to haggle, which I think I'm pretty good at, but Christine surprised me because she's actually really good at it. She also spoke the local language, so they couldn't really try to sneak what they were doing behind our backs. And I really went because I wanted to get some fabric. In Zambia, they call these the chitenge. Personally, I'm not too big into souvenirs. I really don't get anybody anything. I send postcards, but gifts are not really something that I incorporate into my budget. So as we're walking through the market, we find a couple people who are really interesting. They attract Christine to come over and play the drums. So the crazy thing about this is Christine has some of the worst rhythm that I've ever seen. But for somehow, she was able to do this on rhythm. Now dance, Christine. Dance. I mean, until I started asking her to dance. So then, since we really connected with these people in the market, we decided to check out their shop. And from here, I got to see their chitenge, and they cut me a couple yards. I really just wanted a little bit so I could make a headband, but they gave it to me for a good price. So I got a couple yards, which I brought back home. For some reason after, the seller wanted to take a picture of me, so I guess y'all could look at it, like... And then after we went back to our hostel called Faulty Towers. I really recommend it if you're staying on a budget in Livingstone. So one thing that I love about staying in hostels is you get informed about events through the hostel. And you can typically do it in groups with the hostel, so that way if you even are solo traveling, you can still do things in a group and meet other people. So one of those tour packages were this lion walk. So I was all for the lion walk, but Christine is someone who really cares about the environment, the animals. She's a vegetarian, conservationist, and really wanted to make sure that if she was going to do it, that these animals were really well taken care of. And along with booking this tour, our hostel gave us a nice pamphlet that showed us all different kinds of things about the animals that are kept at this reservation. Now, this tour that we did was booked through the Mukuni Big Five, and something that was really cool about them is that they are actually a conservatory for animals, especially big cats. A big thing that was stated in the pamphlet, as well as when we were there, is that they are not perpetrators of poaching, hunting, or maltreatment of their animals. A lot of their animals are rescue animals. So because of that, Christine and I felt really good about potentially doing this lion walk. And to do this lion walk, it cost us about $60 to do it, as long as we were together. So we agreed and we arrived at the Mukuni Big Five Safari. And when you walk into the Mukuni Big Five entrance area, you see a lot of these big cats being able to walk around. Now, this was my first time seeing a lot of these animals. I really was surprised at how big and how well defined a cheetah is. I found a cheetah. Yo, this thing is mad big, yo. Yo, Christine.
It's looking back at you like it wants to kill you.
Now, while these animals do have a barrier between you and them, they are able to freely walk back. Now, this cheetah was just pacing back and forth with me. I saw one that was laying down, and they are so big. We found a cheetah here. Here goes another one right here. Oh, laying. Oh, look at that. That's so cute. We were greeted by a gentleman named Nicholas, who ensured us all the steps for preservation and conservation that they are making here at the Mukuni Big Five area. We went to the little shop area, and honestly, I didn't get anything because they were really expensive items. But they did tell me that all of the profits that are made at the shop go back to the conservation of these animals. And then Nicholas asked us, are we ready to begin? I'm not gonna lie, my heart was beating. Am I ready to begin walking with lions? So I'm with Christine, and I can't let her know that I'm more scared than she probably is. So I try to just play it cool because I'm all about adventure. Now we go through the back entrance and Nicholas takes us through this wooded safari area. So here we are about to go on this lion walk. This is our guide Nicholas here. Christine, say hi. Where are these lions, Nicholas?
They're waiting for us.
They're waiting for us, okay. Nicholas is joking with us and saying that he can't wait for the animals to eat us. And Nicholas, you can't wait for the animals to eat us? Boy, I'm about to turn around right now. Like, you can't be my tour guide and be playing around with me like that. Like, how am I about to pay money to go get eaten? Like, Nicholas, you better take care of this. So these are only 18 months or 15 months?
13.
13.
13, yes, 120.
Okay.
In the bigger lions, you release them?
Yes, and then we keep some for breeding purposes.
Okay, yes. Really listen to what Nicholas says. These are cubs that we're about to see. They're about 13 months, and when they get to around 2 years or so, they release them back into the wild, or they allow them to rehabilitate. These cubs right here were rescued from poachers. So we walk for a little bit and we make a turn, and I just see 4 lions just laying there.
Wow, they look beautiful. Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
So we stand just here.
Oh no.
Now, along with Nicholas, there were about 3 or 4 other gentlemen who were there. The guys gave us really discreet information of how and when we're supposed to interact with these lions. They told us we have to make sure that we go circle around, keep our eyes open, slowly, so that they don't think that we're threats to them. And they gave us a demonstration of how to do that. Now, these lions were for the most part calm. The guides let us know that the daytime is typically when these lions sleep, because it's usually too hot for them to stay up. So we're there just watching him hang out with the lions, and then he says, "Are you guys ready for your turn?" Am I ready for my turn? So first, Christine goes behind him, and Christine is scary. Originally, there were 4 lion cubs sitting there with Christine, but one of them actually gets up and walks to the other tree right by Christine. Now, Christine is so nervous, and rightfully so, I would be too. I'm watching, I'm not going to do anything, but Christine just gets real nervous. But the cub just goes to the other tree and hangs out. With these 3, these are my bros. Oh.
Oh wow.
The other gentlemen that are there with us are really running back and forth to keep the lions' attention on them and not really us behind them, which is really assuring because it made me feel more safe that if something was to happen, they get them, maybe not me. So after about 20 seconds or so, I started to relax a little bit, but it wasn't really relaxed because these cubs, I can't call them cubs, these are huge cats.
Your job looks fun.
This is scary, this is what this is. These are real lions. How old are they? 13 months. This is a big one. And that one back there, that one's scared and hiding. Scared of me. I think I scared her. She's scared of me. And I'm trying to be as lighthearted as possible because I'm shaking on the inside. But I look pretty calm, I think. So the other guys did a great job of taking pictures. Now, after we took these pictures and laid with these lions, it's now time for us to bring the lions back. But the guy tells me that me and Christine are going to be the ones to walk them back. I said, alright, I guess. Now I'm walking behind these lions, a little bit in front of Christine. But I'm close to these lions. I start to feel more comfortable. The guide says, if you feel comfortable, you can just grab the lion's tail. I don't know what was going in my mind, but I really reached and tried to grab the lion's tail. And I felt like my spirit jumped out of my body.
Come.
But the scariest part about this was, we're walking and the lion turns around, stops, and looks me dead in the eyes. and I freeze. I honestly did not know what I was going to do, but I thought this was it. But thank God we had these guys, because they distracted them and made them turn back around and leave me alone. And then that made me realize that your version of playing and my version of playing are not the same. And after we dropped these lions off, we went back. And I felt so accomplished because I never thought that I would have this experience. And I'm honestly grateful about it. If you know me, you know I don't like spending money, and I was really wary of spending $60 to do it, especially paying to potentially die from these lions. But overall, I had a dope experience, and I can live to tell the story about it. Now, if you're ever in the Zambia, Livingstone area, I highly recommend to book with Mukuni Big Five tours. They were super professional. They really made sure that I knew the conservative efforts that they make and what they do with the money and resources. And overall, I had a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So once again, thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Share this with somebody that wouldn't imagine doing something like this, or someone that you want to do this with. So, thank you.